Have you ever been watching your favorite late-night talk show and found yourself laughing more at the quick, dry jokes than the actual news headlines? If so, you definitely know the name Kat Timpf. For years, she has been the witty, sharp-tongued voice that brings a bit of reality and a lot of humor to the world of politics and current events. But recently, a new side of Kat has been making waves online, and it has nothing to do with her latest comedy set or a viral political take. A set of photos has surfaced that shows Kat in a way we rarely see her, stepping away from the news desk and embracing a very bold and glamorous look. The headlines are saying she showed off more than she wanted to, and fans are absolutely buzzing about her transformation. You really want to watch this video until the very end because we are going to dive into the details of these surprising photos, talk about how she stays in such incredible shape while working one of the busiest jobs in media, and reveal the personal reason why she decided to share this more vulnerable side of herself in 2026. Kat Timpf's journey to becoming a household name is a story of hard work, persistence, and staying true to yourself. She didn't start out with a fancy job in New York City. She grew up in Michigan and knew from a young age that she wanted to use her voice to make an impact. After college, she moved to Washington, D.C. and started working as a reporter and a stand-up comedian. This was a difficult time, as she was often working long hours for very little pay, but she never gave up. She had a unique perspective that mixed serious libertarian views with a very funny and relatable personality. This combination eventually caught the attention of producers who were looking for someone who could appeal to a younger, smarter audience. When she finally landed a spot on a major national news show, she brought something to the screen that was missing, a sense of humor that felt real. For the first few years of her career, Kat was known for a very specific look. She almost always wore her signature glasses, and her style was professional but with a bit of a quirky edge. She was the smart girl who wasn't afraid to call out nonsense wherever she saw it. But as she moved into her 30s, Kat began to evolve. She started experimenting more with her fashion and showing that you can be a serious intellectual and still love being glamorous. This shift has been very exciting for her fans to watch. In 2026, Kat is 37 years old and looks more confident than ever. She has managed to maintain her youthful energy while developing a level of poise that comes with experience. This balance of being one of the guys on a comedy panel and a stunning woman on the red carpet is what makes her so unique. The photos that are currently turning heads show Kat on a recent getaway, enjoying some sun and relaxation. In these images, she is wearing a bikini that highlights her toned and fit figure. For someone who usually spends her time behind a desk or in a studio, seeing her in such a natural and revealing setting was a major surprise for many. The phrase, shows off more than she wanted to, comes from the fact that Kat has always been a bit private about her physical life. She prefers to talk about her cat, her husband, or her latest book. But these photos prove that she has been putting in a huge amount of work in the gym. She looks athletic, strong, and incredibly healthy. It is a look that has her fans gasping in the best way possible. So, how does a woman with such a busy schedule stay in such great shape? If you stay with us until the end of the video, we will talk about her specific approach to health. Kat has been very open about the fact that she doesn't like traditional, boring workouts. Instead, she finds ways to keep active that fit into her life. She is a big fan of walking and makes sure to get her steps in even on the busiest days in New York City. She also pays a lot of attention to what she eats, focusing on real foods that give her the energy to handle live television and late-night comedy. But more than anything, Kat believes that the key to looking good is feeling good mentally. She has spoken openly about her struggles with anxiety and how finding a balance in her life has helped her physical health. This real approach to fitness is why so many people relate to her. Her personal life has also been a big source of happiness and stability for her. In 2021, Kat married her husband, Cameron Frisha. Their wedding was a major event, and the photos of her in her stunning wedding dress were some of the first times fans really saw her glamorous side. Cameron, who has a background in the military and finance, seems to be the perfect match for her. He supports her career and joins in on the fun, often appearing in her stories and social media posts. Being in a happy and supportive marriage has clearly given Kat a new level of confidence. When a woman feels loved and secure, it shows on her face and in her posture. This glow is very visible in her recent bikini photos and is part of why she looks so stunning at 37. Another big part of Kat's identity is her love for her pets, especially her famous cat, Cheese Puff. For years, Cheese Puff has been a star on her social media, and fans love seeing the bond they share. While it might seem like a small thing, having that kind of companionship is great for reducing stress. Kat often jokes that her cat is her real boss, and this lighthearted side of her personality is what keeps her grounded. Even when she is dealing with serious political debates or tough critics, she can go home to her family and her pets and just be herself. This ability to disconnect from the noise of the world is a vital skill for anyone in the public eye. Make sure you don't click away yet, because we are about to discuss the vocal cord issue that changed Kat's perspective on life. A few years ago, Kat had to undergo surgery on her vocal cords. For someone who makes a living with their voice, this was a very scary time. She was unable to speak for weeks and didn't know if her voice would ever sound the same. This experience taught her a lot about resilience and not taking things for granted. It also made her realize that she wanted to live her life to the fullest. This second chance feeling is likely what motivated her to start focusing more on her health and her happiness. She decided that she wasn't going to hide behind her glasses or her jokes anymore, she was going to embrace every part of who she is. The reaction to her showing off her figure has been overwhelmingly positive. On platforms like Instagram and Twitter, people are praising her for being a role model. Many women look at Kat and see someone who is incredibly smart, successful, and beautiful without having to change her personality. She hasn't become a plastic version of herself, she still has the same quick wit and the same signature style, just with a more confident and fit edge. This message of smart is sexy is something that is very powerful in 2026. Kat is proving that you can be the smartest person in the room and also the one who is turning heads because you look so great. However, being in the public eye also means dealing with trolls and critics. Kat has always been a target for people who don't agree with her views, and sometimes those people attack her appearance. But one of the best things about Kat is how she handles the hate. She often uses her humor to fire back at the critics, showing that their words don't hurt her. By posting these bold and glamorous photos, she is sending a message to the haters: she is happy, she is healthy, and she isn't going anywhere. This fearless attitude is a huge part of her brand. She knows that as long as she is happy with herself, the opinions of others don't matter. As we reach the conclusion of this video, it is clear that Kat Timpf is more than just a news personality. She is a symbol of modern success and independence. She has taken her huge platform and used it to be a voice of reason and humor. Her transformation is inspiring to anyone who wants to get healthy and feel better in their own skin. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the life and style of the one and only Kat Timpf. She continues to be one of the most interesting people on television, and we can't wait to see what she does next. Thank you so much for watching this video until the very end. Your support means the world to us as we share these stories of the icons who shape our culture. If you loved this look at Kat's recent transformation and her incredible journey, make sure to let us know in the comments. Are you a fan of her dry humor? What did you think of her recent photos? We love hearing your thoughts and keeping the conversation going about the stars who make our world a little bit brighter. Don't forget to stay tuned for more updates on your favorite stars and the moments that leave us all talking. Kat Timpf is a true original, and her showing off moment is just the beginning of her next great chapter. See you in the next video.